Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, good. Check, check, mic check, 1, 2, 3, microphone check.
I like that. Check, check, check.
Okay, all right. So you did it. All right, good. Yeah.
Um, just making sure that we're connected. All right. Just making sure that we're okay. So just let me just do one more check, check, check. All right. All right, guys. So, yes. So, mic check, check. We had that tuned up just now. So, we're live on Facebook. So, welcome back. It's Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring. So, I told you, I warned you, this week it's going to be scorching up in here. I told you, get your suits ready because we're going to burst some sweats. But disclaimer, make sure that you have already checked with your doctor, got your clearance, because you're going to be doing it at your own risk. So stay tuned tonight. Thank you for joining us one more time. We have a host of guests with us tonight, and I am just going to get right into it. Let's get it going on. Tonight's topic, just to remind you, it's let's get physical. We're taking you back to basics. The weight that you have, is it weighing you down right now? Drop that weight, drop that dead weight, and pick up those irons. That's the weight we're dealing with tonight. So tonight we have one male among us, and we're going to start with him. So, Dwayne, I'm going to ask you, please, to introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, well, my name is Dwayne. A lot of people know me as Humble Lion. Some people know me as Soji from high school and from a little district in South Manchester called Asia. So I'm, I'm Asian. I'm Jamaican, Manchesterian, and I'm Asian as well. That's I remember the first. I remember. No, look. I remember the first time when I went to when I was in first form, and I introduced myself in class, and I said I'm from Asia. Someone said you got to leave school early to go catch a plane to go back to Asia. So I said no, it's just a little district somewhere in South Manchester. So I mean, yeah, with that's just a little funny thing there about where I come from. But from a little district in South Manchester called Asia. Went to the Carteret College. Went to Westminster College High. Um, Migrated to the United States when I was 20 years old. I've been in fitness for quite some time since I was like 14, 15. And I've been that's just something that I've been doing ever since. I became a personal trainer officially in 2004, and since then I've trained so many people from all over the place, all over the world. Both. So as a matter of fact, look. So I've been doing online training before it was a thing. I remember when I used to send programs through email to uh, to my clients in Alabama and Mississippi and Georgia. So that's what I've been doing. Fitness is like a part of me. Uh, as a matter of fact, one of my main the main basis of my whole practice is to make it a part of your life and just let it flow. All right, so that's me. Living in Colorado right now. I have a family. Three kids. My first daughter will be 23 tomorrow. Happy early birthday to
Birthday
you.
to her when it comes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me, man. I mean, fitness is my life. Um, People always ask me how do I keep up from in my teens till now, and I always tell them, it's a level of discipline, right? It's a level of discipline and consistency. Um, so that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I mean, I'm pretty sure you learn some more things as the show go
Oh,
on.
oh, thank you so much, Mr. Dwayne. And now I am going to ask Mrs. Cox. She's all the way in Montego Bay, Jamaica. So she's a fitness trainer. So, Mrs. Cox, the mic is yours.
Hey, good evening, everyone. So I am Sigourney Hastings Cox, and I was born, bred, raised in Montego Bay. I've been living here all my life. I would consider myself always being into fitness, but I really took this on about 3 or 4 years ago. What really happened is after I had my son, it was just a lot on me, a lot on my body, the way in which I functioned, the way in which I was able to play with my son. I never had the energy and I needed to do something because before having my son, I was about 145 pounds. And then after having my son, I was 210 pounds. And time passed, I could not have worked out because I had serious back pain from giving birth. And for the mothers, sometimes when you give birth, the changes your body go through. So it's really hard for me. And I wanted to go into fitness, but I really didn't know where to start. So I had to get a team together. I had to get family involved and I had to then educate myself on health and fitness. And I decided to go to school. What I really studied in school was really hospitality and tourism management. But then when I got a passion and love for fitness, I decided I need to study nutrition and fitness as well. So I went ahead and I did just that. I've worked with many women and I really focus on women because I can relate to them in terms of, especially mothers, in terms of what it is that you've gone through during birth, after birth, and how it is that you can get that body back. No, we're not going to say you can get back the perfect body, but you'll get the body that you would like to see. I focus mostly on health because even though, yes, you want to have the perfect body, the health is very important. What it is that you eat is very important. How it is that you carry your body is very important. So that is what I try to focus on and making sure you understand that it's a lifestyle. It's not something that you do today and forget about it tomorrow. It's not a crash diet either. It's something you plan for, you put in place, and you really work towards. So Body by Hastings has been going on for about 3 years now, but we've really established almost a year now. It's been going very well. We've assisted over 50 something women already, mothers actually, and over 80 something women in total. So we're on a good road. We're on a good path to get women excited, healthy, fit, and strong.
What an introduction. So stay tuned, guys. Just stay with us. We're going through the motion right now, and we're going to be even going through the motion even much more later on. So now I'm going to go over to all the way in England. And Debbie Ann, it's your time.
Hello, everyone. My name is Debbie Ann. I was born in the wonderful land Wood and Water, Jamaica. I came to the UK at the tender age of 11 and went school, college, uni. I used to work with the learning disability and young adults, complex needs. I decided to stop and January attend university to study social work. Um, I mainly started cooking healthy food. It's more like ITEL, I would say, because the inspiration came from two of my cousins. They were strictly ITELs before they started with vegans. And that's where my inspiration came from. And then I started looking into it, changing my diet because, as I say, I was putting on too much weight. So that's where I started. And then I started cooking with my cousin on the weekend. Through pandemic, it changed. And then I continued during the pandemic and really enjoyed and experimenting with different types of healthy foods. So as we go on, we'll know a bit more.
Thank you so much, Debbie Ann. And now we're flying all the way from Heathrow right back to Norman Manley, right in Kingston. So, Shauna, if we all know Glamour Wayne, this is his daughter. So, Shauna, take it away.
Good night, everyone. Yes, I'm Gamma Wayne's first child, but that's, a part of who I am. Shauna K. Knight. I am a banker by heart, but a marketer by profession. For me, fitness, wow, I've been doing fitness since I was about 3. I started track and field at the tender age of 3, where I used to compete at the primary champs with my school at the time, and I continued straight up to high school where I'm a Cleo. No, sorry, I'm a Cleo at NCB, but I continued to go to high school, and then after university, I get caught up in studying and everything, so I had to put tracks to the side. And then when I started working at the bank at NCB where I met Cleo, I started doing netball, which I've grown to love and have a wonderful passion for. So for me, I've always been physical. So I never had to go through a situation where I had gained weight or because I had my son and everything. I was always physical. It's basically something I've been doing since I know myself. And as such, it has been a part of me ever since. So given that I now have a 9 to 5 as a trade marketer and have a son that's 4, it has been a little bit more tedious and also difficult to maintain the work-life balance. But we all know it's very crucial. And as such, I try my best to at least find that 1.5 hour that I need to de-stress. I tell people nowadays that I don't work out just to stay fit or just to, have a good body. It's more to de-stress because for me, that's what it does. If I'm going through a rough day, once I'm in the gym for that 1 hour or 1.5 hour, nothing else matters. And as a single mother, we all know having a little boy, it is, I don't know if you can attest to this, it is a task on its own. Nonetheless, I've found a way to work around everything. Even COVID, I'm able to work out 4 times a week at the gym. I recently stopped for the last 2 weeks now because the spike has continued to rise. Nonetheless, I'm still able to maintain that physical aspect of my life, while working and also while taking care of my son, doing all these virtual classes. So you learn more about me as a person and my love for physical and fitness, and in addition to my COVID dream that went into not only just being caught up in the house and not be able to do much or going outside, but then find a niche with CMOS to see how it helps my body and others based on the fact that I've gotten a lot of reviews for the last 2 months since I started going into the CMOS business. So let me not prolong. We'll speak more about that, but that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot, but from a little, and I mean, y'all, she's a young girl, guys. Very, very, as you see how youthful she is, and she's that youthful in age as well. So I'm very proud of you, Shauna. I must say that before I even go further, very, very, very proud of you. I mean, you're very determined. You're also one of the mentors. I mean, I always look up to you. How you do, and you're very resilient, very passionate about your purpose. So kudos to you. Congratulations. All right, so now you all know what we're about today. So we're giving you like a double dose. We're giving you the fitness side, and we're giving you the healthy lifestyle coupled with the fitness, because it's all health is wealth overall for your well-being. So let's just dig into it. Body by Hastings. You mentioned earlier in your introduction that you went from like 140 something pounds to 200 and odd pounds. Now, what was that journey like? I mean, how long did it take you to, I don't know where you at now. If you want to share that story with us, please.
Well, now my current weight is 145. I restarted my journey after my son. So my son was born in 2016, but I started working out in 2017, a year after he was born. So my weight loss took me between 2017 and now. So it took some time. It wasn't something that happened in 6 months or happened in 8 months. It took me some time, but it really started with what I was eating. So initially, when I wanted to lose the weight, I tried it on my own, and it wasn't something that was working exactly how I wanted it to work, because I was working out, but if you're not educated to realize that it's okay to work out because it gives you the endurance that you want and it gives you the strength that you want, but you also need to have a balanced diet. And I had to now create and change the way in which I looked at food. So I had to really focus on what it is I was now consuming. And once I started doing that, I realized that changing the way I ate really changed the way my body looked and felt. So eating, and it's not, don't get me wrong, I never cut everything out that I loved. I still ate them, but I ate them in moderation. So the journey took me some time because I couldn't have just totally changed what it is that I ate. I had to look at what it is that I loved, but look at what that was better for me, that was healthy for me, and somewhat combine them, having less of what I love that they would have considered not healthy, and more of what was considered to be healthier. So I had to change what it is that I was eating first and then working out. But over time, you start to fall in love with it, because when you start working out and eating differently, you start to see the changes in your body. And the more changes that you see, the more you want to see. So you keep on going and going and going, and then it feels as if you just cannot stop. So it has now become a lifestyle. So for me, it's not really about my weight now. It's really keeping healthy and keeping fit and able to achieve certain things, because I just want to get stronger right now. So it's not about losing weight for me. I want to stay where I'm at, but to become much more stronger. So the journey was hard. It was not easy at all, because a lot of times you think you're doing the right thing, but you're not seeing the results. Because what I thought was the best thing to do was to weigh myself. So every single morning, one of the first things I would do when I go into the bathroom was to stand on the scale and say, oh my God, but I was 200 last week. How come I'm still 200 today? Because the scale never moved. But the truth is, when I put my clothes on, they felt differently, and I just could not understand. My clothes felt different, but the scale just wouldn't move. And then I realized that if you follow the scale, you go crazy. So the scale has now become, I don't even use the scale anymore. If I tell you the last time I went on the scale, to be honest, I cannot tell you, because I just don't use the scale anymore, because the scale became depressing for me. So I got myself a tape measure, and that's what I used. So I would measure my arm, I would measure my waist, I would measure my bust area, I would measure my hip area, and my clothes felt different. And then I realized I had to start taking in my workout clothes because they became baggy on me. So that's what encouraged me to continue doing what I'm doing. But a lot of persons I mentioned, they focus so much on the scale that because they realize the scale is not moving, they end up falling back into bad habits. So it's always important that you find different ways to check your progress. One of the best things that I love in checking progress is pictures. So you start your journey on January 1st and you take a photo, and then January 30th, you take another photo, you put them together, and you see how much you've evolved, how much your body have changed, and you'll be amazed as to what it is that you see. But the truth is, if you go on the scale, you may not see the changes on the scale because you may be building muscles, and then that still make you stay at the same weight as what it would have been like if you had the fat. So we need to learn that it's not about the scale only that determines how healthy you are, or how strong you are, or how fit you are. It's how you feel overall as an individual. So people always say baby fat hard to lose, and that may be true. It may be true, but the truth is, if you are consistent, if you're consistent and you're determined that this is what you want to achieve and you work towards achieving it, I guarantee you that it will happen. But the other thing is, we both are on a journey together, maybe, but we'll achieve what we want to achieve at different times. So you can't utilize my achievements to judge where you are currently, because if you do that again, you will become depressed. So you have to be on your own journey and realizing that you may get to your destination a little later, but if you remain consistent, you will get there. Because being a mother and all the changes that you're going to see happening, because when I started losing weight, what I saw, the good thing is, with me losing the weight and working out, it allowed my skin to remain firm, right? But what I started to see is I see a little stretch mark, because even recently I said to my husband, I thought I never had stretch marks during pregnancy. But then I lost a few of the weight, and then I saw a little mark on my tummy. But I embrace it. You know why I embrace it? Because I realized what my body created and what my body had gone through. So I still embrace that. But as I said, what it is for me now is becoming healthier and becoming stronger, and less of what it is that I'm weighing now. I just want to look in the mirror and see that picture that I've had in my head. And once I see that picture that I've had in my head, I am then satisfied. But it was never an easy journey for me, because you know, the more weight you had on, the more slower you felt, the more uneasy you felt, the more energy seemed as if you just don't have any energy whatsoever. So it was a journey for me that I had to make my mind up. And to have a child, because for me, I'm a morning person. If you want me to do something, give me whatever time in the morning and I'll get it done. Once it reaches 6 o'clock, I'm shut down unless I make a serious commitment. 6 p.m., I'm shut down. So my morning starts as early as 4 a.m. So I'll get up at 4 a.m., I'll have my devotion, and then by 4:30, I'm out to start working out. And then by 5:30, I'm done working out, getting ready for my day. But having a child as well, it can be really hard balancing a husband, child, your personal life, a 9 to 5, and being an entrepreneur. But it all comes down to planning, putting it on paper, and making sure you have a structure. But most importantly, having a support system, because I think that's what worked for me. Having a support system that made it easier for me to achieve what it is that I've achieved and where it is that I'm now on my journey.
Awesome. I am listening, and I mean, the baby weight sometimes seems hard, and I know what it is like you mentioned, where you may be hopping on the scale every day and you'll be like, hold on, I'm not moving. But then
Mhm.
you actually feel it in your clothes. So you're losing those inches. So that would be desirable, right? Is that what you're saying? That's what
Exactly.
you're working towards. So that means you're getting more leany. Is that,
You are. So you become more lean. So when you're working out and you've changed your diet, you realize that the inches are coming off. So if your waist was a certain centimeter or certain inches, after working out, after eating differently, then the inches starts to come off. So the pants that was extremely tight on you now has a little more room. The hip area that the pants couldn't pass your hip, now it can go above your waist. So you become leaner, you start shedding that fat, and you start building muscles as well based on the workout that it is that you're doing. And you start to feel much better inside as well.
okay. Yeah, I mean, like for me right now, I need to get some of this weight off. But the thing is that what if you know, some people are like big bones. So if you take off too much weight, then how does that work?
And I've always heard that, to say I'm big bone and small bone, but the thing is, remember, each body type is different,
Hmm.
and you have to know the body type that it is that you have, because there's some women, not it's not that you need to be skinny. As I always say, it's not about being skinny or being fat, it's about being healthy, and it's about being fit, right?
Hmm.
So if you're trying to be, if you're focused on weight, that's what's going to depress you. You have to focus on being healthy, and you have to focus on being active, and you have to focus on being on enjoying life. It's not about the weight, it's not about the number, it's about what is your focus is going to be, which is being healthy. When you start becoming healthy and you start consuming healthier food, then your body responds to that. So it's not about big bone, little bone, being fat, being skinny. It's about consuming what is healthy for you, and then watching your body transform. Because your body really know what it needs, you know. Your body knows what it needs. But once you've balanced your portion size, once you've balanced what it is that you're consuming in terms of your nutrients, then your body will respond to it accordingly. So it's not about being a skinny girl. It's about being a healthy girl.
Right. So you have your qualifications, is that correct?
Correct. So as mentioned before, when I did my degree, I did it in hospitality and tourism management, and I did food and beverage as well. But then when I decided to go into health and fitness, my cousin's like, you can't just be doing this and you're not getting yourself certified, you have to get yourself certified. And my friend Chanel, she would just stress me about it, and she would send me all these courses and say, so when you go and get your course done. So then we went up and we signed up with ISTA, and then we got those certification. And then we're trying to build an empire for
And
women.
so you find that hospitality, food and beverage came in real handy with your journey in fitness right now, right?
It does. Yes, so I've been in the hospitality and tourism industry for years. And it you people would say, but what is how do they get along? But hospitality and tourism management has food and beverage in it as well. And then based on what it is that I do, because I'm still in the hospitality industry, I'm a training development manager for a company in Jamaica. And based on that, I still have to learn and I still have to work with my team, especially in F&B, in food and beverage. So you learn about food portion, you learn about food quality, you learn about health, you learn about what it is that you need to use. So it works for me too. So I benefit from that as well.
Okay. Thank you so much for that information. I hope you guys who are listening, you're paying attention. And now move over now to our only male on our panel tonight, Mr. Lion, Humble Lion, Dwayne.
Yes,
So, you yourself, you're a certified trainer, correct? And how
yes.
long did you say that you've been a certified trainer?
Since 2004, I've been certified since 2004. But my first actual train, I had a boot camp in Jamaica when I was 17 years old.
Oh,
For
wow.
I was training four ladies at church when I was 17 years old. They realized that I was, pretty much a fitness freak or a fitness guru, whatever you want to call it. And they just came to me and was like, you know what, we want to get in shape, and I know you know what you're doing. So, and that was my first actual training.
Oh, okay.
So then I got certified in 2004, and even though I've been working regular jobs, you know, in between, I've never stopped being a personal trainer. And now I consider myself a fitness coach. So it's
Right,
more than just the training, you know what I mean? So
right.
now it's a little bit deeper because you go deep, and like
But
what's the
dig into
journey?
it. Tell us about that. We want to learn more about that. The
Well,
misconceptions
well,
that we have there.
well, yeah. So just what Sojourney? Is this Sojourney? That's her name? Si-
Yes, Sigourney.
Sigourney. Sorry about that. I'm not good with names, so forgive me. But Sigourney, it sounded like I was talking when she was talking just now, because when it comes to fitness, especially when you're more mature, it's like a mindset more than it is, just to show off or to just to do it for the likes or whatever. It's more of a mindset. It's more of a lifestyle. You get to a point, and that's why I focus on, you know, age 35 and over and up. Because that's the age where people really want. It's harder because we're getting older, and that's an age where people are more mature and they take it more seriously. So when I say deeper, I mean fitness is it's simple, but at the same time it's not easy. You know what I mean? And you have to have a certain level of commitment to yourself and to your loved ones and to everybody around you who want to see you stick around and want to see you live healthy. It's a journey. It's not linear. So it's not like you're gonna you know say for instance you're losing weight and you lost 5 pounds last week or last month, and the next week or so you lost 1 pound, and you'd be like, oh, I'm not making any progress. It is progress, because it's you're gonna fluctuate at some point, but you're on a journey. And like I was talking to you the other day, C, where we're talking about how life goes, and there's no destination when it comes to life. Life is a journey as it is. Fitness is a journey. If your goal is to lose 10 pounds and you lost 10 pounds, you're gonna have to work to maintain the weight that you're at. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to work to keep yourself there. So it's not like you got to the point where you wanted to get to, but at the same time you still have to work to keep it off. What I'm saying, or to whether if you want to gain weight, because not everybody in fitness want to lose weight. Some
Great,
people want to
great,
gain
great
weight.
point. Very great
Right.
point.
Right. Some people want to gain. I know a few people right now. I have a client right now who she lost like probably 15 pounds rapidly over the past 3 months, and she's working to gain it back. You know what I mean? She's working to gain it back, and a lot of people are, they have this misconception that, once fitness is all about losing weight, and it's not. It's not. And just like what Sigourney said just now, it's not about, the scale, right? And that's one thing when she said that, I smiled to myself, because I tell all my clients, get off the scale and get out of the mirror. Get from in front of the mirror. Just do what you do, and everything else will fall in. You know what I mean? Just do what you do, and everything else will fall in. Once you make it a lifestyle, you have nothing to worry about, because you know that if you fall off, you're going to fall right back on at some point. When you have this, you know, I don't, I'm not saying that goals are not wrong, are not right, but sometimes goals will kind of mess you up if you're not careful. If you set like unattainable goals, always say you got to be careful about the goals that you set, because if you set unattainable goals, it's gonna come back to bite you, because you're gonna get overwhelmed and you're gonna give up, and then you're gonna crash, and then you're gonna have to start again, because at some point, you know what I mean, you're gonna want to get back to where you were. So just get to that level where you have the mindset of working out or exercising or eating right for the lifestyle, and everything else will fall into place.
Thank you so much, sir. And I have a few questions for you. So, as a trainer, instructor, based on what you do, is it okay for one, especially us ladies who, we want to do the IG posts and have the figure eight and all that? Is it okay for us to wear the kinchers or the waistbands while we're exercising?
It's not necessary, and I don't recommend all that stuff. I see a lot of people doing it. It's not. It's up to you. If you're comfortable in it, it's not gonna if it's not hurting you, you're good. But I'm not gonna. I don't recommend it, because it's not. It's you lose fat from within. You don't. It's not like you could rub something on or put something on, or you compress the fat and tomorrow it's gonna be gone. You know what I mean? It's still gonna be there. No matter how much you compress, it's still gonna be there. So that's another thing. You don't want to kid yourself. You don't want to have this illusion that you're losing weight. You want to lose. If you're losing weight, you want to lose real weight, and you want to do the work to lose it. And that's one of the things is the big one big thing is patience. A lot of people don't want to wait, or they don't want to enjoy the ride. They just want to get up tomorrow morning, drink some tea, and they lose 50 pounds and they're good. It doesn't work like that. So you could wear if it's comfortable and it's not hurting you, you could wear it. But I don't recommend it at all. That's not something that I really that I recommend for people.
Okay, thank you. What says you, Sigourney?
I totally agree with them. Now, keep in mind, if you're going out, for example, to a dinner and you're wearing a dress and you want to wear something to just hold your tummy in for that particular date, then that's fine. But a lot of times persons tend to wear it and they think it's going to help them to lose weight. Consider it like this. You have your hand, right? And you wrap a band around your hand and it squeezes your hand together, correct? But then when you take the band off, what happens? Your hand goes back into its
Right.
original. So it's the same thing that's going to happen when you put the corset on, or you put whatever it is you're putting around your waist. It holds your waist together, but then when you take it off tomorrow, what happens with your tummy? To me, it goes back to where it was in the first place. Now, keep in mind they have what is called. Some persons have what is called a sweatband, that they may apply some gel and they put the sweatband on and they go and they work out to get that extra sweat out. But then the truth is, if you don't put that oil there or whatever it is you put there and you work out, you're gonna still, if you're someone that sweats a lot, you're still gonna sweat a bit. So I am not one that, I don't advocate for you wearing waist trainers, and I don't advocate for you wearing for you to be drinking those teas that you think is going to cause you to take off weight
Right.
in 2 weeks or a week. I advocate for making your health a lifestyle. So that's why some persons ask me to help them promote this and help them promote that. And I really can't, because it's not what I believe in. And if I tell you, if you see me promoting this tea or this pill or this thing, what happens when I tell you that I am truly authentic, I am very authentic when it comes down to eating right, putting your workout together and becoming healthy, then you won't believe me. So I don't believe in it. Maybe other persons do, maybe it has worked for them, but for me, because I've worn waist trainers before, and I bought a few waist trainers before. When some pills came out, I tried them before. I tried teas before. I have tried it. But what worked for me was having a balanced diet and making what I do a lifestyle, making workout a routine, That's what works for me. And then what I see happen as well is not having these tea and these waist trainers. If I choose to have a cake tomorrow or next week, I don't blow back up because I've made it a lifestyle where I've incorporated this cake or this ice cream in my life. I've not restricted everything out of my life. So we have to look at incorporating things in your life that you still enjoy and not looking for a quick fix, because I think some of these things are quick fix. If the pills aren't for vitamin or for some mineral, if it's just to say help you lose weight, I am not for it. I'm not for that. I'm for something that will assist you in getting more energy, and for something that will assist you in getting your vitamin, and for something that will assist you in getting your mineral, but not for weight loss. That's not what I believe in. Not the waist trainer that you're going to wear. And then some of them are so uncomfortable. You're walking around and you can't even bend because they're girding your waist, or you're trying to work out and you can't get the exercising right, and your form can't be right because they're so uncomfortable. You squeeze it so much just to have that hourglass figure. Not realizing that not everybody's going to have that number 8 or that Coca-Cola shape. We don't all have the Coca-Cola shape. Some of us have the straight shape, some have the wide hips, we don't all have Coca-Cola shape. But then we're so caught up sometimes with Instagram that we feel as if everybody must look shapy. Some of us just can't always be straight unless we do other things to get the hip. And we have to accept that based on genetics, some shape and figure we just will not have. And we have to go with what it is that is going to happen to our body.
There you have it from the trainer. Listeners, I hope you are listening. I'm listening. That's why I brought them here today for you. Okay, so make sure this is a free session. You don't have to pay for any consultation. So take your pens, get your notepad, scratch down all this information. So I'm going over now to Shauna. I know that you are not a personal trainer, but my question, why didn't you get certified? Because I know you're a woman who you take your health, you take your training seriously. I remember when I came to your baby shower in New York a number of years ago, and I mean, I can't believe that you're back to your form that you had prior to getting pregnant. How do you do that, Shauna?
All right, so to answer the first part of your question, I am certified. So during COVID, I actually did a course on sports and fitness. So I am certified. I did that about 2 months ago.
What?
So yeah, I'm actually using COVID to my advantage. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a personal trainer. I've gotten a lot of requests from friends to say, come train me, motivate me and stuff, because I've always been that person. And I'm listening to Sigourney, I'm listening to Mr. D, and I'm realizing that, so I'm human, because I'm going through the same thing that they're actually speaking about. Like, I hate the scale. Like, I would go on the scale every morning to say, okay, I did 3 weeks at my gym today, let's see what's happening. And I'm like, but this like I gained 2 pounds. And I'm trying to eat clean, I'm trying to work out hard, I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow, but here I am with 2 pounds added to my weight. But then I realized it's not even the weight anymore. I use the mirror. I said no more scale. I use the mirror and I can see the change in my body. I can see the changes in how my clothes fit, and I can realize that I'm losing inches. So persons tend to be like, don't follow Shauna because she's been doing this for a while. Like, her body it's routine for her. She gets up every morning. I tell people all the time, you want to get me out of the house? Tell me they're going to work out. Because that's what motivates me. I get up at 5, at 6 to go and work out. Even if my son is not here, I take advantage of that. Not use it back because I took him back because of COVID. I use the latter half of the day to work out when I know that he's with the nanny, and I can use that 5 to 6 o'clock to work out. So for me, it's not a situation where persons are like, okay, what's your story? Because, you didn't gain all that weight during pregnancy, but I did. Before Jay Sean, I was like 165, 165. There's an echo. Go ahead.
To interrupt you, let me attest to you guys. I normally don't do this. So Shauna was looking like a house. I'm sorry. Yes, she was huge. So look at her. Go on my page. If you look on the Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring page, or my personal page, Cleopatra Elegance, queen, and you see how sculpted she is right now. You didn't want to see her.
Yeah, I actually gained 55 pounds in my pregnancy. So I was about 210 after giving birth to Jason. I'm now back to like 170, 175 playing with. And I'm okay with that because I'm really not trying to be, you know, a slim chick. I prefer to have weight. But for me personally, persons are always saying, you know, don't follow Shauna because Shauna's always been working out. She has been in track and field. But come on, guys, I'm 37. The body doesn't look the same. It doesn't operate the same. I'm older, right? And I am really trying to balance out. Whereas I'm balancing work life, I need to balance the way I eat. I say to people all the time, if I eat the way I should and work out the way I am, then I'll be a force. Right? But because I don't do this for me, I don't do it for, as I said, the Instagram or these for persons. I know what it does for me. When I wake up in the morning and I know that at my age and what I'm doing and all of that I have to do, and I can still find the time and the energy to get up and even work out, why are you sitting down with no children, younger, and have more time than I am? It's all about time management. Get out and get it done. You can't look at someone and say because they've been doing a certain sport and event for a while. Yes, it may be an advantage. But I've seen persons who have done shots even starting before and even continue long after I stopped looking a mess. So your body can always go back to a mess if you don't take care of it, internally and externally. Right? So as I said, for me, it was never about doing it for anyone else but myself. I said earlier, this working out for me is something that makes me de-stress. Because being in food and beverage company, as Ms. says, you tend to realize, oh, for all this time I've been eating this, but instead of drinking the 100% milk, when I try the 0% or the, you know, lactose-free milk. So you're trying to find ways in which you can respond to your body in the right way by changing your diet, which is putting in the work. Because as I said, it doesn't come easy unless you're going to go on the legal and the life. You understand? So for me personally, it's just straight up my objective, my goal for myself. And as I said, I'm from pregnancy to now, losing all that weight and actually getting back to what I was even before Jason and like, you know, close to when I was doing netball for the bank. I can say to myself, well, girl, you did that. And sometimes you just need the motivation from yourself because if you do it for someone else, the minute they stop and stop motivating you and pushing you, then you just go back to what you were doing. You know, so for me, that's how I look at it. That's how I do it. I want to stay home. I want to sleep. I want to eat ice cream and cake. I want to be in my bed watching TV, eating popcorn, but I can't. You know, and at 37 going 40, next thing you know, I have high cholesterol and God forbid, they'll be like, oh, sure, I used to work out and she said a heart attack. I have to ensure that I make sure, and you know, I take care of myself because I know not living for myself, I have family, friends, and I have a son. You know, so everything comes down to exactly what are your goals, not only for you, but for family and for your child. And so you can at least somewhat provide for them to the point where you know, okay, fine, I'm taking care of myself. I mean, Mark, you can do all these good things and something still happens. You never can tell. But at least make the steps to make things right.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh wow. Anyways, guys, this is just the start of it, and I'm sure you're already impressed with what you're hearing from our special guests here tonight on Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring. Now, I am going to take a trek over to the UK. So, Debian, tell me how, well, you did give us a brief synopsis of how you started to eat vegan or ITIL. Now, can you just tell us also how you have incorporated the weight loss into the fact that you're now eating healthier per se?
Right. I used to be a size 10. I had my son is 14. I can't blame it that it's so much the baby weight because I lost the weight after a year. But within the last 5 years, being in the office, sitting down, I've gained a lot of weight. I stopped exercising a lot, you know, sitting, eating all type of junk, being at the office, picking that so on. So when I realized it, that some clothes that I had, I weren't fitting in them at all. So, looked at myself, I was not pleased at all. And in the last year or so, I decided that things have to change. And I looked at my cousin, and as they say, it's like she's never put on weight. Although she's had two children, she's never put on weight. And she can eat as much as she wants as a cow and never put on this weight. And I'm saying, how do you do that? And she said, this is what I eat. I have a proper balanced diet. Now and then, as you say, I can eat all the junk if I need, but I will still maintain my weight. I'm like, oh, that's good. Let me give it a try. And that's when it started. I just decided to cut out all the red meat, but I did still eat chicken and seafood because I love seafood. So I still was eating seafood. And she also mentioned to me to cut out the prawns because at times it can messes with your hormones, she said. And I didn't like rice. So I was always saying to her, I'll eat odd food. And that's when she introduced me to like quinoa, couscous, bulgur to substitute for the rice. And it was bland, but then the way how she's done it, because she's worked in vegan kitchen and so on, it inspired me so I could add bits and pieces to it and it tastes nice. And that's where it started. And from doing that, as you say, I used to look at the scale. I used to, now that you're saying, I wear waist trainer, but from tonight and the information, I would think that no, I won't be wearing it. You see, so yes, I used to be looking, weighing myself every week. Now I won't be doing it, but I have seen changes in my clothes, in my health, feeling much healthier. I don't feel so tired. I don't feel reckless by cutting out a lot of things like the rice, the bread, eating wheat bread, seeded bread, and all that. You see, so working with a balanced diet, like a weekly basis, I can do like a food prep, what I want to eat for the week. I can even now add a bit of unhealthy stuff in it, cheat days, and I realize that I'm not gaining the weight. I'm still taking off the weight, but also during the lockdown, incorporating a bit of exercise in it. You see, because we're being locked down, couldn't come out. So I did a bit of skipping, did a bit of squatting. And my son is exercise freak because he's 14, but he goes to the Army Cadet. So even during the pandemic, they were doing sessions online and he was still exercising. So he'll get me now for me to start doing it with him. And I realized that, oh, while I'm doing some skipping, I can see different, this is moving, that's moving. I can put on this top, I feel much comfortable in it. I don't have to take it off, it's still this. So then we just started to cook different meals. My son started doing CMOS smoothies, which was quite good because in the morning time I can have a CMOS smoothie, and I use that, drink that, and I feel so much healthier. We cook the different food that we say okra stew, butter beans stew, couscous, quinoa, kale salad. We even do the kale drink, the cucumber drink, and then recently I've gone back where I've got the Cinco Bible or the aloe vera, scrape it, put it in water, and just drinking that, and then that's what I've been doing. So I'll say that I'll see how it goes from there.
So much, such a wealth of information here tonight, because I know the aloe vera is good. Like myself, when I was in Jamaica working at the bank, top girls, hot girls working at the bank, you had to be in tip-top shape, right, Shauna? Am I lying?
No lie, no lies.
Okay. All right. So there you go. I have someone to attest to what I'm saying. Like, girls in their heels, nails done, well trimmed shape. I mean, everybody, it's like a competition, but it's a competition within yourself because you don't, it's like it motivates you, if you get what I'm trying to say. So you see Shauna looks away, you'll be like, oh my God, it feels good. And then, after you start to do it yourself, it really feels good. I've been there. Now I need to get back there because I've put on a lot of pounds here since this pandemic here. And it's not like I'm feeling tired or anything. I'm not really feeling sluggish, but I'm sure, the weight, I mean, I'm still wearing my clothes, but I still need to take off certain weight, certain amount of pounds, and as well as, to tighten up back, to firm up back, and, get back to where I was at. So, with all that, we have to make sure we take into consideration the things that we eat. So one of the questions that I have, and I'm just gonna throw it out. I don't know who would want to answer it. If it's gonna be either Shauna, any one of you guys. Like the foods that we eat. I did hear Debbie talking about, cheat days and all of that. Now, if we should cut out like red meat, right? And for us here who we are living in the United States, we know that some of these stuff, they're GMO stuff, they have in hormones like the milk and stuff like that. Like, what are the alternatives or substitutes for stuff like this, making sure that we get balanced diet, we're not lacking anything? Dwayne, you want to take that first?
Well, well, yes, I'll take it, but I'm not very versed on, the ins and outs of the GMO and the non-GMO and the vegetarian diets and all that stuff. I, just like what everybody else says, moderation is key. Um, I don't know. I've never been a vegetarian. I've never substitute any food for. I eat since the day I was born. What I'm eating now is what I started eating since the day I was born. I haven't substituted anything. So I don't recommend. So when it comes to the dieting part of it, I'm not one to give recommendations. It's all about your personal preferences. You know what I mean? So moderation is key in anything you do. It's not gonna hurt. I don't think it's gonna hurt because this is how I feel. I feel that I don't like to put myself in situations where if something happened, like say for instance, uh, I'm eating tofu or just beans or whatever the case is. I'm not eating meat anymore, and I'm in a situation where I only have meat. You know what I mean? Or I'm not eating such and such, but I'm in a situation where I only have that food for 5 years or a year or whatever it is. How am I going to survive? Life is about survival. So that's why I always say I eat a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? I eat a little bit of everything, and I really don't go into the substitution. A lot of people do. It's like I said, it's personal preference. And if you feel good doing it, if your energy is up, just keep doing what you're doing. But I'm not big on the substitution. If it's good with me, So pretty much that's how I feel about that.
So I guess with you, the fact that you constantly work out, doesn't matter what you eat, it goes off. So to speak, like you burn it, right?
Well, it does matter what you eat because you want to stay away from the processed food, like a lot of processed food. Like I always tell people who are trying to wean themselves from unhealthy foods, like some people they get up, they eat, say they stop at McDonald's and they get make what they call the breakfast
Person, I have no idea, to be honest with
the breakfast, right? That's for breakfast. They had coffee or hot chocolate or whatever it is. For lunchtime they have pizza. For dinner they stop at Popeyes or whatever the case is. And that they do that. You have people who literally do that for 5 days. So I'm like, you know what? Food is nice and food is good. You know what I mean? It's what we use to survive. We can't live without it. But it all depends on what you put in your body, right? So I always say you don't want to rush and just cold turkey, just get off of it like that. If you used to eat 2 burgers for the day, cut down to one for now. See how that works. If you used to eat burgers 3 times a week, cut down to two and see how it works, and just gradually wean yourself instead of taking a deep dive and just stop, eating everything at the same time. So it's not a matter of you burn it off. You do burn it off because the more you work out, your metabolism gets faster. So you burn energy faster. So you could get away with eating unhealthy foods, or you could get away with certain things that another person couldn't, or can't get away with.
right.
Right? But we can't get so lax that we even though we're working out, because like I said, I'm not the healthiest eater out there,
Right.
but like, you know, I could get away with it with it. I have a friend who literally, if he eats a scoop of ice cream right now, he gains 2 pounds by tomorrow. I'm serious. Like he just nothing. And I could leave the gym and I could go home and I could eat ice cream and I could eat a fried chicken leg and I could drink some whiskey and a beer and I'm still good. And people go, how do you drink beer after the gym? I mean, but I'm not recommending that to anyone. You know what I mean? But it's just it. There's, when it comes to fitness, one size does not fit all. Everybody has a total unique path, and you have to find your path. And it takes time. It takes trial and errors, because over the years I've tried so many different programs, so many different I don't diet, but I tried different foods and see what works and what what doesn't work. And you just have to find your path, because you can't look at me and say, because you do this, I'm going to do it too, and get the same results. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But we can't get too lax in, by just eating everything just because we're working out, because there are other things that food could mess up in your body. You know what I mean? That doesn't have nothing to do with fitness or anything like that. You know what I mean? So you want to keep it balanced. You want to keep it balanced and stay on top of yourself. You don't want to get out of control too much.
Right, and you're right. Everybody's metabolism system is different, and you also have people who may have underlying issues on the health side. For example, someone who has hypertension, someone who is diabetic,
Right.
or someone who has renal failure, meaning their kidneys are not working properly. And
Right.
we know that the kidney and the liver works together, where one metabolizes, where what that means, breaks down the food, and one excretes, it gets to
Right.
waste out. So if all of those are not, you know, combined working together, then you may find, like you said, they may be putting on weight more rapidly. And just to let others know from the health side, even your thyroid can throw your hormones off, and you can just gain weight, not even by eating, all these processed food or salty food or fatty food, but just the fact that your hormones, they're imbalance. It's imbalance. So there are different intricacies into, the whole health thing overall, but we're dealing with the fitness side of it
Right.
and the food side of it. What you put in is what you get out. Because what I know also, some of the foods that you eat, on the inside, it glows on the outside. Am I correct, Shauna? So can you tell us a little bit about your CMOS and just answer that question?
Right. I totally agree with what you're saying. What you put in is what you get out. Just like Mr. Humberland, I am not versed on the whole food thing as well, because as I said, I eat whatever. And people will say, and I'll do, John, you can do that because of you working out. But the older I get, is the more I realize that I need to watch keenly what I eat. The system slows down, so they process the food slower, and as such, the fat stores are running waste. So for me, what I realize is that while during the COVID time, I'm like, okay, what can I do to help me in terms of my goals? I know I need to eat better. I know I need to work out, but the gyms are closed. I can't walk on the hills no more because it's going to be overcrowded. What can I do? And I also started doing some research, and I realized that I came across CMOS, and I'm like, okay, what's this about? So while reading up, I realized it helps with your digestion, it helps with thyroid as well. It helps with your inflammation. It helps with your gut digestions, and it helps with even for persons who are trying to maintain and have energy. So for example, they said, will CMOS help me lose weight? And I'm like, no, but what it does for me, it gives me the energy to say, okay, fine, I can go and work out. And then that would, like a domino effect, it leads to me, getting to my goal. So I came across it. I got a jar from a supplier, and I said to my sister, hey, this is what I'm going on now. I'm using CMOS. And she was like, so why don't you just make your own? And I'm like, who does that? Why? She's like, at least you're sure you're getting the right thing. You're in Jamaica, getting authentic wildcraft CMOS. Why don't you just make your own? I'm like, you know what? I probably one day, I have time now, so I'm working from home. One day I get into that. And then I said it to another friend because on my Instagram I said, sea moss gel in my shake. And he was like, I can make that. And I'm like, and I can give you all the knowledge you want. And I'm like, for free? I'm like, yeah, I can tell you how to make it. I mean, it's a simple process. And I'm like, cool. So he said, actually, I have some sea moss. I can, give you like a pound of what I have. And then I tell you how to do it. You go home, try it until it works. Excited as hell because I'm saying, okay, fine, I got my sea moss, let's try this. Go home, put on the sea moss, do all the necessary things, clean it up, soak it up, flop. It flops. And I'm like this will work out. This don't make sense. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going into this because I have a time. I call and I'm like, I did this. Yes, I did that. Yes, I did that too. And yes, I did everything you're saying. It just flop and go well. I don't know. I said, hear what? I'm going to try another batch of sea moss because I'm doing the studying and selling it and realizing we have a lot of pieces of sea moss. There are some very fat strands, some very thick strands. So you realize each of them is different in how you make it. The person who I got the sea moss from, the first gel, I asked her to sell the raw moss. She said, yes. Okay, fine. Can I get a pound? Sure. Bought a pound, went home, tried it, shot. What happened to the first one? What happened to the first time when I did it? And I was like, I don't know. All right, fine, let me just continue using yours. Got it, and then I said to my sister, guess what? I made my first sea moss gel. She's like, are you going to sell it? I'm like, no. Because the first one, I didn't even understand how to make it. I'm not sure if this one is good. Let me tell you what I did to motivate myself. I created an Instagram page. And I wrote on everything, all the bios, sea moss gel for sale, before I could even confirm that I can make the gel. Because I know if I put that down, at least I'm going to make sure that I can now sell it. And someone call and say, oh, can I get that gel? I'm going to be like, oh, I don't have any yet. No, I'm going to make that gel. And by the time I created the page and I spread it on my personal page, and person started coming over and like, okay, my friends, love them. They're the first that came on board and said, all right, give me 2, give me 1, give me 3. And I'm like, okay. And I tested them. The first set, wasn't the best in terms of the consistency of the gel, but hey, they rooted for me, they posted it, they shared it. And then I'm starting getting people saying, hey, can I order 2 or 3 jars of gel? And I'm like, okay. I stayed home, I perfected the craft. And now I can say I am doing very good in the whole sea moss business. It is not just to jump on the trend or the train of sea moss. It is something that is very beneficial. And like Ms. Hastings said, it's not a situation where you're going to wear a waist trainer or buy a gel and rub on your skin to say, I did it, or take a pill. It's authentic. It's not something that is forcing your your body to adjust to anything. It's something that is coming from the ocean. It's well crafted. It is cleaned, done properly, processed, and you can just take a tablespoon or 2 per day, and you enjoy the benefits. So since we're in September, since the last 3 to 4 months, I can say doing sea moss and getting involved and meeting the fishermen and doing my studies on other sea moss suppliers, it's something that I can say to everyone that they need to get on that sea moss wave as soon as possible. Especially with COVID, it's something that is very good for your immune system. It removes mucus from the body, and I'm not going to say that it will prevent you from getting it, but at least you can build that defense mechanism from getting. You understand? So you have to continue with your W's, wear your mask, watch your distance, wash your hands, and take your sea moss.
Awesome. Awesome. These are the healthy, natural stuff that we're talking about. I've gone on your page for the last few days. So we have one of our ladies working in the back. She's dropped your information on the live so that others, at the end of the show, we're going to also ask you to repeat where people can go on your Instagram page. But for now, she did tag it there so that people can go and check it out in the meantime. So, Debian, you and I were talking briefly yesterday about the same sea moss. You didn't know about Shauna. You didn't know about her and her sea moss thing, and you started to tell me. So I want you to delve a little bit more into your pot now and tell us the things that you do with the vegan and how the Irish moss works for you. And I know that your son is also doing some smoothies. So tell us a little bit more about that on the health side and how it affects our body, please.
Right. With the sea moss, it was my son doesn't drink milk. He's lactose free. So in lots of intolerance, I should say. So although they have substitute for milk, he doesn't really fool around milk, cheese, or anything like that. But he always tend to like the smoothies and how he was going to get a smoothie. So my nephew, who is very as I say, he's a Rasta, so he's done the ITIL thing, showed him how to make smoothies with sea moss, adding your fruit, just boiling it and using it as instead using it as substitute for milk or water. So that's what he does. And then I learned from that. So we can do, as we say, we add kale to it. We had cucumber, turmeric, pineapple. Depends on what you want. We just so boil the sea moss, leave it. Whether we use it as a gel, even in our tea. I can even make a mint tea and I have the gel and I add it in it. I will do ginger, turmeric tea. I had the gel in it and drink it throughout the day. And I find that how it makes your body feel totally different because your digestive system even feel good as well because it's got 92 minerals, so it's got so much benefits from it. So, people can research it and see. We call it sea moss, but we originally used to we call it Irish moss, but the posh name is they call sea moss. So yes, so you can see the 92 benefits from it. It's good for your heart. It's also, as you say, thyroid. It also helps that, your immune system, digestive system, and a whole lot more it is good for. Even when I finish boiling it and afterwards, what I tend to have done is that my son was getting acne. And my cousin recommend is to blend it up and use it as a face mask. And I even use it for myself. And I realized that even putting a bit of turmeric in it and using it as face mask, it has cleared up his skin, keeping it looking nice. So, but as I say, everybody's skin is different. They can try and see if it works for them, So I also with that will incorporate that when I'm eating. I will have a smoothie in the morning or in the afternoon, whichever I feel like. And then, as I say, quickly will have as I do my food, and then I have that throughout the day. But the smoothie with the Irish moss, it is so filling. You can have that and it is very, very filling. At times when I'm cooking, I will even add sea moss in it, because it is so good. You understand? You want to get all the benefit. As Sean said, we are at home. We're not doing much and you still have to eat healthy, So that's the way I find a way of eating healthy while stuck in the pandemic.
Okay, so what about your other vegan foods, Debian?
Oh yes, we do that, which we do on Saturdays, and like we do a pre-order service, so people will order and we cook and say like butter bean stew, kale salad, as a couscous, quinoa, and it goes along well because where we promote the CMAS, and also my cousin, she does like forever, it's called, is it forever? Something that where they do, it's all about aloe vera products they use, where they have the aloe vera drink that you can drink and how healthy it is. She also does her smoothies as well, different ones. You can add chai in it, pumpkin seed, it goes along, yeah, in the smoothie. So is what you, as we say, you prefer, you mix it during the day. With the food side, I would say is we're on Instagram, so you can follow like the vegetable underscore 11, and you'll see the different type of food that we does. Each week, as we say, we do okra stew. We have a bit of Jamaican Caribbean twist to it, and like for meat, they have like a wheat meat. It tastes like chicken, but it's like a gluten wheat. They call it seitan, Seitan. And I'm telling you, it really does, because they have like the monkfish one and so on. When you can fry it, curry it, stew it, and you can eat it with the couscous, with any beans that you like, and it tastes really nice. I didn't really, when I tried it first, I was like, no way. But once you do it sweet and sour style, Jamaican curry style, you tend to like it. And you can even still, we can still, because of the with the vegan, they like a lot of beans, grains. So even having rice and peas at times, yes, it's good. But I say it's what works for everyone.
So it helps you to keep off the excess fat. Then
It does, because I realized I was heading into a size 16, and since by January I'm now down into like a size 12, and I wasn't even exercising then. So now that I've started incorporating the exercise in, as I say, is not. I used to be size 6'10" before. It's not to go back to that size, but as I say, to remain healthy, because I don't want, when I hit 40, I am, trying to get up the stairs, I can't get up the stairs, trying to go to the car, I can't get to the car, so that's more like for me to go back to being healthy and keeping fit.
awesome. Before I go to Body by Hastings, which is Sigourney, Shauna, an audience is asking, do you only do the CMOS sale in Jamaica, or is it available in the United States?
No, I actually have my sister that supports customers in the US, and my best friend that does it in Canada. So I could give the information for them to go ahead and DM and get their orders in.
All right, so we'll do that at the end. Okay, so audience, if whoever asked a question, if you're listening, she said she does have supplies here in the United States and Canada as it is right now. So we will drop that information as we go along or at the end of the show. So stay tuned. Now back to you, Sigourney. An audience wants to know what exercise you would recommend for ladies over 50 who's suffering from hypertension.
Well, the truth is, regardless of your age, you can do just about all exercises. What we'll have to look at is the weight in which you're going to utilize, and also the repetition that you're going to be doing. So with everything, you'll have to take your time. So based on what it is that you're targeting, based on what it is that you're going to work out or you want to work, will determine which particular exercise it is that you do. So if it's a case where you're having a knee issue, you're not going to want to do anything that's going to strain your knees. So you're going to try and avoid as much as you can in doing your squats. And you're going to try and make sure whatever it is that you're doing, you can utilize the flooring area to get the support that it is that you will need. So it's based on what it is that you're trying to work out and where it is that you're being affected, which part of your body is being affected, is to determine which particular exercise you're going to be doing.
Okay. Anything to add to that, Dwayne?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I mean, age is not but a number when it comes to fitness and working out. I mean, once you have the strength and you have enough muscle mass so that you can handle weights, it's just a matter of like Sigourney just said, two of the biggest problems when it comes to people over a certain age group. Back problems and knee problems are the two biggest problems, and those are the two joints that you definitely need for working out. You need your knees and you need your back mostly. So you have to find exercise. You have to do exercises that are easy on those joints. All right. You could still. And the thing, one of the things about working out as well is that even if you have a little discomfort in your joints, and a lot of people just stop working out altogether. That's just the opposite of what you should be doing. You should still be working out. Just go light, because what you want to do is there's a level of you have to be able to build back the ligaments and the tendons and the muscles around the bones and all that stuff. So it's just a matter of finding the perfect or the most appropriate workouts that would be easy on the joints. That's pretty much how it is for anybody. But when you have if you have hypertension, or you have you're pre-diabetic, or you have some other health issues, just about any workout will do. Any workout that will make you breathe harder, your cardiovascular exercises. And also another thing that a lot of older people are scared of. They're scared of weights, to lift heavy weights or to lift heavier weights than they think they should be lifting. Most people, if you check them right now, they should be lifting heavier weights to get better results from what they're getting right now. So just find a good exercise, a good middle ground, and just gradually work your way up, and you will definitely see the results after a while. Like I said, like all of us can agree on the show that making it a lifestyle is the number one thing to do. Making it a life, oh my light is gone. Making it a lifestyle is the number one thing to do. And once you gradually work your way up, your results will just fall into place gradually.
And just to add on what Dwayne said is start off slow. So that person can start off with just walking. Then from walking, after you get your level up, you go into
Yes.
jogging. And then from there, you probably can go into running, and then you can start adding some weights. And weights doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a dumbbell. It could mean that you're walking with 2 bottles of water in your hand. But once what it is that you need to do is to keep your body going. Just keep going, keep moving.
Okay, thank you so much for that advice there, Dwayne and Sigourney. So I had a question that I wanted to ask as well. Based on what you were talking about, how do you assess? So yes, how would you assess your clients when you get your clients who want to work out? And that question is for both Sigourney. Since you just answered, you could take it, and then Dwayne. How do you assess your
In terms of before they start their journey,
yes?
as I mentioned to you, I have a team. We have a nutritionist, I have a scientist that I work with, and I also have another trainer. So there are a few questions we ask or try before we actually start with them. We need to know if there are any underlying illnesses that they have. We need to know if there are things that they're allergic to. We need to know if they have any physical disabilities that will not allow them to do certain movements. So we give them a questionnaire. We ensure that they answer those questions. And once they answer those questions, we take their measurements as well, and we take their photos. And then from that, the team and I, we come together and we discuss what it is that we need to put together for them. Because as I mentioned, we do fitness and we also do health. So most of our clients, we do meal plans for them, and we put together a workout program for them. So based on the questions that were offered to them and the answers that they give to us, will determine what it is that they can consume and what it is that they can't consume. Because if you have high blood pressure, if you're diabetic, there's some things you just cannot consume. So based on those questions that have been asked and the answers that's been given to us, will determine the plans that are put in place for our customers.
Wow, so that's like an all one-stop shop that
It
you
is.
operate. Wow.
It is.
And I'm sure that's convenient for clients who would want to work out. Now, Mr. Dwayne, how do you assess your clients?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. There are certain key questions that I ask: underlying illnesses, past illnesses, even stuff that has to do with genetics. You know, what you eat on a daily basis, what you don't want, what you don't like to, what can you live without, what you you know what I mean, what you can't live without in your diet, what you can live without. You know, age, sex, environmental issues. We ask a whole lot of questions when it comes to in taking a client, and this will give you a nice little synopsis of who you're dealing with. All right, and like I said before, every single client that you come in contact with have different needs and wants and different level of different level of fitness that they want to get to. So one size does not fit all. You make sure that you get. I don't do measurements because I do my fitness is online, is pretty much online. So I don't, which is measurements was a very important aspect when I was doing it in person. But now that I do it online, I don't really do measurements. You just tell me, you know, you could do it and let me know, but I don't really. That's not a big part of my thing because the whole basis of my practice, like I said, is pretty much working on the mindset of the client. You know what I mean? So you want to get in that mindset where you're focusing on making fitness a part of your life. You get up, you brush your teeth, you eat breakfast, you take a shower, you do it. Fitness should be a part of that, where you know you have to do it every single day. You know what I mean? So the questions that we ask are pretty straightforward and just pretty basic. Because you know, you don't want to, because a lot of people have different different underlying illnesses that some are not even sure. And that's why I have to have a big disclaimer that you're supposed to be cleared from your doctor. Most people don't do that because, they think that they are, they're healthy enough to work out. And, once you get these questions, you just customize each program to that specific client. And, I'm always open when it comes to if there's something that you missed, or there's something that's not working within a week, within 2 weeks, or within a month. We're always open to just adjust and change and just rearrange certain things until you get it the way you want it. So that's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same basic intake across the board. You know what I mean? It's just pretty much common sense when it comes to getting to know your clients.
Okay. And so we're gonna have a little segment, a little 5-minute segment per se, 5 to 10 minutes, where yourself and Sigourney will demonstrate some stuff, because I have some questions from some audience, some viewers who are watching. Like, they want to know about how effective is doing abdominals to losing weight around their losing that extra fat around their stomach, abdomen, or people say stomach area. They wanted to know how effective are abdominal exercises. They wanted to know how many calories they have to burn while walking or jogging a mile, and lots of questions. But I'm gonna jump over real quick. So Debian, can you just shout out real quick the information they're asking about the smoothie, that business that you have, so the audience can know where to find your page real quick?
Okay, it's called Nick Smoothies on Instagram, and Nick Smoothies on Instagram. So they can follow his page and order. Or the contact number is 07535 883 493, and they can DM, text, or send a message and order through that way.
Okay, so Nick Smoothies, guys, is NIKSSMOOTHIES. Is that correct, Debian?
That's correct. Thank you.
Okay, can you run the number one more time, please?
07535 883 493.
Okay, so that's 075-358-83493, guys. So Angie, if you hear that, you could probably just tag that for me, please. And Shauna, there is a suggestion here for you to get your business straight into England, my dear. So your business is going global now. So there's a suggestion where you can order from Livity Cuisine. They get sea moss from Jamaica and they sell it in the UK. So that's just a recommendation from Livity Cuisine.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
information there for you. So we're gonna get into the segment now, guys. Let's get up from our couches. We're gonna have our fitness trainers do some demonstrations to us on what we can do to probably burn some calories, and probably some of the stuff that we may do. For example, that one question about the abdominal, the excess fat around that area, and whatever you guys have to offer. Are you guys ready?
May I just quickly say something, if I may? So the person that mentioned about the abdominal fat, and the exercise to do. Remember that if you're doing core workout like abs, right? What it's really doing is building the muscle in that particular area. What it is that you need to do is to shed an overall body fat, shed the overall weight, because the weight that you shed, then once you start building the abdominal area, then if you're trying to see abs, that's when it is that you'll see it. So to lose the weight around the abdominal area is not to do abs, but to do an overall workout that will shed the entire body weight and then build the muscles in your abdominal area through crunches, leg lift, whatever other workout you're going to do for that particular area.
Yeah, just to add as well. Yeah, just yeah. Sigourney is it's like I'm speaking, but she's dumping it up because this one thing we have to learn about belly fat is probably one of the most stubborn fats on your body. Most people store fat in their midsection. We have to learn that we can't spot reduce fat. You can't just say, okay, I'm gonna work, just do abs, do sit-ups. The abdominal muscle is a very thin muscle. It's not like as thick as your thighs or your biceps and triceps and stuff like that, or your chest. It's thin. So if you're doing sit-ups, doing a lot of sit-ups, the muscle is you're gonna build the muscle. It's gonna build slowly, but you're gonna build that muscle. You have to lose weight from proportionately. You know what I mean? So you have to do whatever you do to lose weight. And then, like Sigourney just said, you do what you have to do in order to see that six pack. Because in order to see a six pack, you have to have that muscle, that probably an inch and a half, 2 inches of muscle that's covering your abdominal muscles. You have to shed that in order to see your six pack. So you can't just spot reduce fat. You can't. It's not going to happen. So you could do 1,000 sit-ups in the morning, 1,000 in the evening. It's still going to be the same. The results are still going to be the same. You have to lose fat across your body.
Okay. So let me ask you something now. There's another question here. The question is, what about that stubborn area under, you'll be saying bye-bye and you stop waving, but that part's still waving under there? How do we...
It's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. But the good thing about that part of your body is that your tricep muscles are thicker. So the more you work out, the more the muscle build, and the more you burn fat. Because the thing about muscle is, when you build your muscles, you actually burn calories when you're sleeping, and that's why I recommend heavy lifting. You know what I mean? So you actually burn calories when in that sense, once you just do a lot of arm workouts, it's gonna go. Like it's not easy. There's no overnight fix to losing the flabbiness on your arm or your stomach or wherever. There's not an overnight fix, but with consistency, and with shedding your fat gradually, you will lose it, and it will go away. It will tighten up. It will tighten up.
I'm happy that you mentioned that information, Shauna. You remember the days at NCB gym? Listen, we had some live. We had a gym. NCB had a gym. We didn't have to pay for it, and I learned then that was where I first learned that you actually burn calories while sleeping. So that's a very great point to put out there to our audience. I mean, I'm sure somebody didn't know that, so that's very great information there. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick before you get into the demonstration is let's get into the demonstration. You guys, Sigourney and Dwayne, have something for our audience tonight?
This is something.
Dwayne, I know, Dwayne, you deal with the body, like you don't really. You're gonna demonstrate how you can do exercise for body, what you call it, full body workout.
Body weight, because I don't. Yeah. All right. So if you want me, if Sigourney want to go first, you could go, but.
Yes, whatever you have to bring to the table, Sigourney, you can bring it in. Dwayne bring his
All right, so I was just to let you know though, ladies and gentlemen, for the persons who are online, don't make or think working out or make it complicated. Especially if you're just starting your journey, do not make it complicated. If you don't have weight, if you don't have access to weights, use what you have access to at home. If you have you have yourself, use your body weight. If you want to add something extra, use some bottled water. If you have a block at home, use a block. But whatever it is that you have, use that until you can find yourself in a gym, because too often persons tend to say, I can't work out because I don't have access to the gym. You can work out in your home. Get some cardio done. You can do some jumping jacks. You can do some toe touches. You can do some high knees. You can do some squats all at home and still see results from those. Just be consistent, making sure you're doing enough reps, making sure you have enough sets and you have your workout planned out. So
hold on. Say that again. You went too fast.
My apologies. So as I said, don't make it too complicated. Use what you have at home.
Oh, the part about getting the rest and the sex, was that what I heard?
Well, I didn't say sex, I said sets. S-E-T-S. Oh, that's fine. I said sets. Make sure you get enough sets in and reps in, repetitions, okay? That's what I said, not sex. But guess what? Sex is another story, but that's a great workout as well, all right?
Highlight that.
Yeah, it is a great workout too. So don't think it's not overrated. It's a great workout, but we'll discuss it another time. All right. So I want to bring you through a quick routine that you can do at home. Dwayne will bring you through the rest of it. And I'm going to ask everyone to join me. All right.
Okay. Let me get myself ready too. All right. Come on, guys.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can.
All right. So I will speak so you can.
Okay, let's participate. Shauna, not seeing you. Sorry. Hold on. Danielle.
Sorry, ready?
So you guys can unmute so that she can hear you. So yeah, we're ready.
All right, so we're gonna start off with simply some jumping jacks. So everything we're gonna be doing this evening will be 15, all right? So we'll count to 15 for everything that we're doing this evening. Are we ready?
Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on, Sigourney, stop. So we're doing 15 jumping jacks, right?
Yes, so everything we're doing, all the reps we're doing, we're gonna do one set of everything, but all the reps we're doing will be 15. That's it? Okay. One set.
Okay.
Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's go to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep your core tight. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Knees to elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to jumping squats now. So you're going to go down. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7, 8. Come on. 9, 10. Come on. 11, 12, 13. Breathe. 14. 15. Come on. Let's go into the high knees now. Then we're just about done. Ready? Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 9, 10. You're not moving. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well done. How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Tired.
How's you feeling? You feel your heart racing?
Yes.
Feel like
All
we're
right, Gina, hand over to you.
Over to me.
Now I'm handing over to you.
you finished
Oh,
already?
you got me all tired over here. All right. All right, so mine is pretty simple. So we're just gonna do some punches, some front punches real quick. So we're gonna go, come on. 2, 3.
Wayne, how many punches are we doing though? How many do we have?
We're doing 10, we're doing 10 punches, 10 each. 10 punches. All right. Come on, ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me do something real quick.
I'm doing exercise in my day.
Okay, let me just get a little bit of music in the background here. All right. Come on. Let's go. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 over the head punches now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna do some squat punches. So you're gonna squat like a sitting down, and you're gonna hold it and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squat again. 1, 2. Hold it. 5, 6, 7. Hold that squat. Hold it. Further down, clear. Further down. Further down. You see, feel that burn? You feel that burn? Let's shake it out. So we're gonna stand. Let's shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. Because we have one more set. All right? We're gonna do some side raises. All right? Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1. Keep that balance. Normally you have something to hold on to, but hold that balance. 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you squeeze it when you get up to the top. 9, 10. All right, so do some back kicks. 1, 2, 3. If you can hold on to something, hold on to it, a chair or something. 8, 9, 10. Next side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Squeeze them glutes. Squeeze them glutes. All right, shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right, jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. High knees. Come on, not gonna rest. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. One more set of the squat punches. Go down, all the way down. 90 degrees. 90 degrees. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it. 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Down. Further down. Further down. All right. Get up. Shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. All
Murder.
right. Let's just stretch him out real quick. 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 Touch your toes. All right. Good workout, guys. Good
Job.
workout.
Woo!
That was good.
That was great. Oh my goodness. Yes. I'm sweating, guys.
How are the legs?
The legs are
That
because what I do, Lion, every time I go to the bathroom to do a number one, I do 20 squats. So that's my thing now.
That's good.
Every time I use the bathroom, I do 20
That's
squats.
good.
Yeah. Woo,
That's
man.
good.
Thank you,
Good
guys.
workout, guys. Good workout. I see you guys sweating. That's good.
How
Good
are
stuff.
you feeling, Talisa? Haven't heard from you in a while. Come on now.
Everyone.
Wow.
So since the beginning of, from last year, September, I began training, exercising daily because I had joined the track and field team.
Sorry,
So,
Talisa. So, guys, I've never said it publicly before. Talisa, she's my daughter. So, hear from her. Go ahead.
so at least 5 days out of the week, sometimes on Saturday, we would exercise. But since March, because of Corona and the pandemic and quarantine, I haven't been exercising. Since quarantine had started, I started exercising daily in the morning in April. But after that, I hadn't exercised again until last week. I started this Chloe Ting 2-week shred challenge on YouTube, but I didn't do the second week. I only did the first week because I lacked motivation. And so this is like some good exercise. I will be starting exercising again to stay fit. I have to work on the diet part because it's hard to keep up with a balanced diet. Seeing as though there's a lot of food options and a lot of fast food, I have to be really get my mental state there to stay on a balanced diet and maintain a proper workout regimen. But that exercise a while ago was really nice. It has pushed me to want to exercise next week, Mondays coming. So I I really like that exercise a while ago.
Yep. You're muted. You're mute. Okay. I can't hear you clear. I'm not hearing you.
Oh, sorry about it, guys. So there you have it, guys. You, Sigourney and Dwayne, you have a testimony right here on our live among us. So, audience, we want to hear from you. Were you doing the exercises along with us just now? If so, tell us how you feel. Tell us if it motivated you. Tell us if it gives you that drive, that buzz, that, hype, that oomph to start getting it going on. We need to know. So, a question for the fitness trainers, another one. Someone says, what 5 exercises for foot cramps? Or what exercises there for foot cramps? Sorry.
Foot cramps.
Maybe they need to do like some reflexes. They need to flex the foot and do a lot of stretches for the cramps.
Well, you first got to find out what causing the cramps.
And the cramps could be, I can tell you from the medical point, it could be where their electrolyte imbalance is off. So their potassium could be low, or calcium or magnesium. Those could be off balance, and that could be what's causing the cramps in the leg area. So those are some of the stuff. I mean, I'm just learning myself, but that I know for sure. The magnesium, the potassium, and calcium, those causes much muscle twitches and cramps. So
Yeah, I've never. That's a new one for me. I've never heard about a specific exercise for foot cramps. But whoever else wanna.
I mean, for when if you're having cramps in your legs or cramps anywhere, the best thing to do is to stretch. One of the best things to do if you're feeling cramps in any part of your body is to stretch and to massage that particular area. And then you ensure that you go to a doctor, get it checked out to see exactly what have caused the
Right.
cramp, because you don't know what have caused it. And based on what he states that have caused the cramps will determine what you do after, because it could be from poor circulation, it could be from so many things. So you have to massage the area, you have to stretch, and then even when you're stretching, you have to be careful not to stretch too much, because if it's a muscle issue, you don't want to stretch and aggravate the area even more to tear the area. So massage the area, find out from the doctor exactly what have caused the cramp, what the situation is, and then you can decide what to do from there.
Great points, and that was just what Shauna was trying to say in the beginning as well. And you are correct, Sigourney, that it could be like circulation issues. It all because once you have circulation issues, you don't have enough oxygen, enough blood, and that's how you have all those electrolyte imbalances. So it all ties in together. You are indeed correct. So questions coming in. How often should one work out?
Uh, that depends on your schedule and your time, but I would recommend at least three days a week for at least 3 days a week for at least 4 to 5 minutes is good. But some people work out longer. It just all depends. Different people have different obligations and different time issues or whatever. I don't think there's a set time or a set amount of time, but that sweet spot is about 3 days a week, at least 4 to 5 minutes per session. And try if you're going to work out 3 days a week, let me just say this: try to do 3 full body workouts. Especially if you're just getting into it. If you're a beginner, try to do 3 full body workouts, then work your way up to if you want to do splits or if you want to do split days. But 3 full body workouts, at least 4 to 5 minutes a day, is ideal for most people right now.
Shauna, Sigourney, any more information?
I totally agree. At least start off with 3 days. And as mentioned, if you're going to do 3 days, you want to ensure that every part of your body is being worked. So if you're going to do more than 3 days, like you're going to do 5 days and you can split it up, you probably could do Monday lower body, Tuesday full body, Wednesday upper body, Thursday core. If you're going to do more than 3 days, but if it's just 3 days, but I would say minimum 3 days for the week, commit to that. And then as time progresses, then you can improve. And 45 to an hour in working out is a good amount of time. You don't need to spend 2-3 hours in the gym. Once you're doing your 45 to an hour, you're utilizing proper form and not rushing through your workout, because a lot of
Right.
time persons to rush through their workout, and that's not the aim. The aim is making sure you're focused on your mind to muscle connection and you're working the correct muscle during your workout so you can get the results that you want. So minimum 3 days, 45 to an hour on those days.
Okay, Shauna.
Yeah, just to add to that, so Cleo, when we were doing netball, we used to do like 4 times a week, and I took that discipline with me throughout my current, working out program. So I do 3 to 4 days a week, and I try to do, like as I said, lower body, upper body, core. When we were doing netball, we used to do like cardio, then we do Zumba, then we do steps, and then we do like a day for weights. So at least the entire part of your body gets at least a touch. And next thing you know, you just put, like you saw those pictures and you see the guy's upper body like this, but the legs are like this. You're like, oh, I guess you skip leg day. So you have to ensure the entire body gets a touch of, a workout during the course of your workout session, whether it's 3 to 4 times a week. And that's very important, as I said, make sure that everywhere gets something. You can't focus on one area because then it makes no sense.
And what I want to add or ask, it is important to the reps. So let's say, for example, somebody who wants to, like for me, I don't want to lose my butt. I don't want to lose my thighs. So what should I be doing to keep that firmness and as well as like be toned, if you get what I'm saying, what should I do? Is it the reps or the weights that helps? Like, because a lot of people are confused where that is concerned.
It's both. So the more weight you lift, the less reps you'll need to do. So for example, if you're doing squats, for example, to build your bottom or to build your thigh, you're lifting 100 pounds. If 100 pounds is manageable for you, probably can do like 10 reps. But then if you're going to be doing squats to build that area and you don't have any weights and you're just using your body weight, you may need to exceed the 10 reps and do probably a 20 rep to get that impact that you want. So the more weights you're lifting, the less rep you'll need to do. So if you don't have the weights utilizing, then you will need to do more rep to get that to build that area. So as you said, you want to build your buttocks, you want to build your thigh, you want to make them stronger, then you want to lift more weights to have that resistance to tear your muscles to start building them.
Okay, now a question that I wanted to ask earlier. I mean, there's so many questions, guys. Oh my God. I mean, I don't know if I'm taking up your time, but we just want to get in as much as we can. Now, is it when you're exercising that you keep doing the same thing every day or you change form? Because that's important. I need to know, how does that work? Do you, I mean, every day, do you do the same squats or you change, like, there are different workouts for you get the same result? How is that?
Man, you want to answer that or you want me to go ahead? You're on mute.
Go ahead, Dwayne.
Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so yes, it's ideal to switch up your exercises because you can hit a plateau and you just sit there and you're not getting stronger, you're not getting muscles, or you're not seeing the results that you want to see. So if you work out for 3 months in a row, you could do the same exercise for say a month and you'll be good because that's something that I've tried over the years. But say you do the same squat exercise every day for 4 weeks. You could still do the same squat exercise for another 4 weeks, but you're gonna add 2 reps to it, or you're gonna add 2 sets. You know what I mean? So they call it muscle confusion. Some people say it's a myth, but it adds a little bit more resistance to your muscles and let your muscle know that there's something else. Because if you just used to raising your hand like this every day, your muscle's gonna be like, okay, that's what you're gonna do every day. So it's looking out for that. But if you pick up a cup that weighs, half a pound and you start doing this, your muscle's gonna adjust. So it's gonna build at least one more muscle fiber to accommodate that weight. So you don't want to stick on, to one weight all the time. You want to switch it up. You want to add different workouts. You don't have to go crazy just by adding two extra sets, 2 extra reps. But by taking out one workout from your routine, adding a new workout to your routine. That's simple as that, and you should be good. You should be good. But it's always good to switch it up every now and again.
Or like, for example, squats, what I know or I've learned, I could share and you could tell me if I'm right or wrong, is that if you normally do regular squats, you could turn your feet out and do the sumo squats, right?
Sumo squat. Yeah,
right.
There are a lot of different variations. There are a lot of different variations. Squat. And if you go through all of them, you're still not gonna, you'll be good. I mean, there's so many different things that you could do that you're not gonna exhaust, just one exercise. And you could just lay off a squat for 2 weeks and do leg presses. You know what I mean? You could do one-legged squat by holding on to something if you're doing body weight. It's just so many different variations of exercises that you can't get tired of them. But it's always good. It's always ideal to switch it up as you go, every few months or so.
Okay, and now I noticed that COVID. We all know the pandemic is going on, so a lot of people are at home. We've been stressing that a lot. Now, are you guys getting a lot of businesses sign-ups online since the pandemic? That's for you and Sigourney.
Well, for me, listen, I mean, COVID isn't the best thing that could have happened to the world, but it really has boosted my business. A lot of persons have been home. A lot of persons consider their health. A lot of persons wanting to be fitter. So I've had a lot of people who have reached out, who have signed up for the program, especially the online program, because right now I'm trying not to do the face-to-face with what is going on and with the numbers rising here in Jamaica. So a lot of persons have signed up for the face-to-face. And the good thing is with my program, we have support group. So I have a WhatsApp group with women who are on similar journey or similar mission, and they're in that group. So they're able to communicate and support and motivate each other. So
That's
we
a great strategy. Wow. Okay.
yeah. So I've gotten a few sign-ups since the whole COVID, because again, a lot of persons are now considering, if they weren't before, considering their health, how to make themselves stronger, how to make themselves fitter, how to stay healthier, living longer.
What about you, Dwayne?
Yes, same thing. I mean, my business pretty much took off in the middle of the pandemic because I was home and I had more time to create more content and more just kind of pay more attention to the business. And it really, like like any there are a lot of businesses that benefited from the COVID. It's like Sigourney said, it's not a good thing, but it's a balance because some people benefited from it and some people lost from it. It's just what it is. It's just life. But my business really took off in the middle of the pandemic, and you get calls here and there, and I'm not gonna say it's ridiculously better than when it's in regular time. You know what I mean? But it really did. I mean, a few people who weren't even considering taking their health in hand really reached out and signed up for the program. And and like I said, I have most of my programs are you could work out from home. You know what I mean? Body weight, and I even have I have a little thing that I'm gonna be putting on my Facebook page in a couple weeks, where kind of demonstrating how you could make your own weights at home because dumbbells, you cannot find a dumbbell in America right now. I mean, it's crazy. You go to Walmart and you can go to Walmart or those sports places and you can't find a dumbbell to save your life. So right. So a lot of people rely on their body weight, and I'm going to be showing them how to kind of make their own weight, which it is very effective, and it's stuff around the house.
So you didn't mention it, you just kept saying business. So the world wants to know where to find you.
Well, yeah, it's Upful You. That's UPFUL and the letter U, fitness. You can find me on Facebook at Upful You, Instagram at Upful You Fitness, Twitter at Upful You Fitness as well. My website is still not launched officially yet, but it's because I still have a few little odds and ends to kind of put into it, but it will be up shortly. So yeah, it's Upful You Fitness. The business it focuses on 35 and up, men and women 35 and up. Even though I have a lot of teenagers and people in their 20s reach out to me. I don't train away anybody because I train everybody, but the main focus of the business is really on people who are getting up in age, because like me, I mean, I'm not a young buck anymore. I'm an old man now, but I try to maintain, and this is what I try to tell people, that age, if now is always the best time to start, because there are so many things that come with the aging process. And if we could slow down some of them or even stop some of them in their tracks, it's good. But you have to start. You have to start. I tell people all the time as well, you don't want to wait until you go to the doctor for the doctor to say you need to go to, start working out or lose 50 pounds. You want to do it on your own. You don't want to do it on your own. You want to just start and know that it's going to benefit you, your joints, your muscles. It's gonna help in some illnesses and ailments that you may develop along the way. So you just want to get it out of the way. So that's why I focus on that age group. So because that is when a lot of the stubbornness comes in, and people do it out of circumstance, and you just want to get them right. You just want to get them right. So when they get to their 60s and even 70s, they could still be in decent shape, so they could live a wholesome life.
Man, I see this
You know,
90-something-year-old woman on the social media. Wow. And 70-something years old woman. I was like, wow,
she's been
impressive,
doing it for a while.
impressive.
She's
Hmm.
been doing it when you're doing it for a while. I mean, that's what happened. You know, you're not gonna start at 50 or 60, and you know, especially if you already have chronic things going on, you know what I mean, expect to do that at 90, and again, a lot of it is genetics as well, and you have to know your genetic. You have to know what kind of how you genetic built up. You have to know that, you
True.
know, because like someone said earlier in the show, where our bodies are different, and if you're genetically predisposed to have a dip in your hip, like I remember I was watching on an Instagram where this girl was like, you know, sign up for my program and I'll show you how to get out, you know, get rid of the hip dip. I'm like, why are you gonna get rid of a hip dip? And that's not something that just magically it's you were born with that. That's something that you're born with. You can't get rid of a hip dip. You can't work out to get rid of a hip dip. So you know what I mean. So we're all different, and you know it takes our own determination, our own strength to push through this. So you know
Hmm.
it's one of them things.
Right. So, Debbie Ann, are you signed up with any gym or you just doing your own thing at home?
No, so it's I'm starting on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday next week with my friend. Yes, so I'll be doing that. She goes to the gym, but then she has a personal trainer. So he's been doing it in the park with like about 5 or 6 people. So that's where we're going from next
So
week.
you have
So
it all
I'll keep
sorted.
you updated how I'm getting on with that.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, Shanake, you said you can't climb the hill anymore. So now you're just focusing. I know you're very disciplined doing it at home and you're doing your CMOS thing, right? That's what you
Yeah. Yeah, so I signed up with Pride Training about 2 months ago, but I decided to take September off because the reoccurrence came back with the spike of the COVID. So waiting now to see what happens by October. But for now, for the last 2 weeks, I've been doing my home gym workout. In between making my CMOS and marketing my CMOS, in between taking care of my son and also making sure that I have my 9 to 5 covered because we all got to work on that work-life balance, guys. So with everything with COVID, I know it has been traumatic for most people, but I must say you have to sometimes take the bad and make it good because you don't want to be, you know, depressed with it all. So I've learned a lot in terms of time management skills and being disciplined and trying to ensure that, you know, you do what you have to do despite the situation.
Okay. Any last words from you, audience tonight, as it relates to our topic?
Well, for me personally, I just want to tell you guys to go over to this SKKC Watts and pre-order your gel or your smoothies or your ramas. I'll be happy to assist. And if you're in the States or in Canada, I put the information in the chat on Facebook. You can always reach out to Cleo. She gets to me, and I'll definitely share the information to her. And thanks for having me, Cleo. It's my first form of forum like this. It was a pleasure working and meeting Debbie. Signature. Say not the first name again. What's going on with the first name, Cleo? Sigourney, right. Right. And Mr. Humberland, it was a pleasure meeting you guys today.
Same here.
Thank you so much, Shauna. She did
It was
not
a
hesitate
pleasure.
when I contacted her. You see, that's my ride or die. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm talking about. When you have friends wherein you may not talk for years, but the minute you reconnect, it's like you never miss a beat. That's what I'm talking about. And, you know, for what we're doing here at Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring is coming together, you know, networking and uplift, inspire. So it's one dream, one team. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a me thing or, oh, she's over there. No, it's everybody coming together and doing what we're doing. We make a difference. Like we say, your concern concerns us. Together, we conquer. So, Debian, what's your last word? I want you to shout out your business as well and, you know, give us your last words tonight to our audience who are listening.
It was very informative. I really do enjoy it. And you can follow us on Instagram at the vegetable_11 and at Nick's Smoothies. I've put that on the platform. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure meeting you all.
Thank you too, Debbie, all the way in England. I mean, at this hour of the morning, it's not like our time. You know, I appreciate you taking the time out, staying up to be with us on our program tonight to share your wealth of information and let others know what you're doing as it relates to our topic here. Let's get physical. Drop them weights and pick up the iron weights. Now, Mr. Line, I'm saving you for the last, okay? And I'm going over to Sigourney. What's your final words here from Body by Hastings?
Well, it was indeed a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lyon. It was indeed a pleasure. Do not make things complicated. Find your why, your reason for wanting to lose the weight or shed the weight or to gain the weight or to be healthy. And once you find the reason why, you use that as your drive, as your motivation in achieving your goal. Remember, everyone is different. No one is perfect. And we all do not have the same body type and we'll never have the same body type. So find out what works for you and what look good for you and stick with that. Go follow body_by_Hastings, Instagram and on Facebook. You'll see the transformation of some wonderful women. And if you need assistance, if you have questions, health and wellness or fitness, feel free to reach out to me. I am here. I am ready to assist. Once you reach out, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, I will answer as best as I can because that's what we're here for. We're trying to build a community of healthy, well women who want to support each other.
And she does respond stat, guys. Let me tell you that. I reached out to her and like in a jiffy, I was like, what? She did respond already? Because it's hard to get through to people sometimes, but she is that type of businesswoman and she knows that time is of essence in business. Shauna K, before I go over to Mr. Humble Lion, aka or Dwayne, aka Humble Lion, one of our ladies here at Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring, Vanille, she says she wants to have a tummy like yours. So one quick word of advice to her.
A whole lot of work. What I do, what I realize I start doing, I even said it to my trainer, that like you, I don't want to lose on the lower half. I'm good with that. So I just try to work on my core. So I said to him, each time that you give me a different workout for the day, I want to ensure that I do at least 100 sit-ups in between. So even if it's leg day, even if it's upper body, whatever it is, ensure that I do my sit-ups in between every day for the 4 days that I go to the gym. So yeah, and even, come on, as I say, you don't need to have to go to the gym to do this. You can wake up in the morning, do 50, and then 50 in the night, right? And if you have a long day working from home, do 50 night, morning, and evening. That's 150. Just work on it. And also, this whole waist trainer thing and everything, yes, I know some persons it work for them, but the best thing to do is to do your core workout, your abs. You don't need to have weights. You can use a water bottle, a full 5 gallon to use. Because currently I only have a 10-pound, 2 10-pound dumbbells. While I'm doing my workout, I have the 5 gallon bottle that I use to help to put some weight to my workout. So, and you always have YouTube. Come on, guys, use up your resources. You can use all of these different various platforms to assist you with the core. And as Mr. Hastings, on the line said, some person's body type are different. And as such, I may be blessed to have, a so-called flat tummy, but I work out really hard and I put in a lot of work and as such the results are showing.
So like your daddy said, forever young, Mr.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go, Vanille. If you're listening and you're still on the live, you heard it straight from out of Shauna's mouth, live and direct. Talisa, what do you have to say about tonight's session?
Good night again, everybody. As I said before, after the exercise, but I just want to say to the viewers who are listening, I hope if you guys were planning to begin working out or go on a healthy journey, and were discouraged for some reason, I hope you are now you find the motivation, but also have expectations, but realistic expectations. As somebody had said, I don't remember who exactly had said it, I think it was Mr. Dwayne. I don't remember exactly as I said, but if you are going to start exercising just to lose weight for the likes, then you are more likely to become discouraged at least a month or two in, because you realize that you aren't seeing instant results. So you have to be in it for the long run and really know what you want from exercising. And it's not just exercise, you have to have a healthy diet. So I hope all the viewers, some of y'all were motivated and got some information that you guys wanted to get, and it helps you on your journey forward.
Thank you. And last.
Cleo, I have a question for your daughter, because you said she did tracks, right? You did track and field?
Yes.
Okay, what's your favorite event?
I do the 100 meter. I wanted to do the 200
you're a
meter.
sprinter.
It's too long for me, and I might run out of breath.
No. Words of advice. In order for you to have the endurance to run, even though it's a quick sprint, the 100 meter, you need a 200 to help you, to give you that. It's just as if you're a 200 runner, you need to do 400 to give you the endurance to do that. So never run away from the training for the 200, because you may find that your niche is actually a 400 run. I know you want to get it over with quick and want to be a sprinter, but when I started doing track, I was just doing solely 100 meter. And my coach was like, no, you got to do the 2. And I'm like, why? And I'm like, it's so hard to train. And then I was doing 2. And then by the time I finished Girls Champ, I was doing 400. And then I become the 400 champion for the Miami Classics for Jamaica. So I'm like, but I've never seen myself as a mile runner, because 400 is like a mile running. So I'm like, no, I need to focus on sprint. But then you really realize that, you're really big for something else. So it's not what it is. Push yourself to the limit. Don't give up. Always tell yourself you can. Unless your foot broke, your edge up off of your shoulder, you can always try. All right? But once you say trust, my fingers light up like, yes. But all the best in that endeavor, and I'm hoping and praying that one day I'll be able to see you on the TV and be like, yeah, I know this is the girl. All right?
Oh, yes.
Which school do you attend?
At Conception High.
Yes, good school. All right. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Lion, last but not least.
Well,
the beast.
Thank you. Well, since y'all be talking about track and field and all that, look, I was a 2-time champion boy for the Carteret College, 100 and 200 meters. So let me just throw that in. When we run in a second farm, there was this dude that they said there was no way this new guy is gonna beat, and I beat him by donkey lengths. So 2-time champion boy at the Carteret College, 100, 200, and 4x1 meter relay. That's me.
Purple light.
I have the medals. I have my medals to say I was fast. Anyway, well, ladies.
And you were a cadet.
Thank you so much.
The cadet part too. I mean, I know you didn't mention it, but
yeah,
part, I think that hones your discipline attitude.
So let me just say that about it. Now that you mentioned it, I mean, I didn't even know that you remember that I was a cadet. That when I was 12 years old, I joined the cadet, and I remember by doing the drills and doing the push-ups. When you make a mistake, you do the push-ups. That's when I started seeing the little split in my chest. I remember after about 6 months, I started seeing that little split in my chest, and I realized that, okay, I mean, if I lift weights, I mean that's gonna happen. And that's when I actually started getting really interested in weightlifting. When I saw that little dip in the bottom of my chest, when my chest separates, you know what I mean? So that's that. The cadet did that for me. But anyway, I want to say, Cleo, thank you so much for inviting me on your show. I mean, it was a pleasure, ladies. It was a pleasure meeting you all. I mean, I learned a lot from you guys. I mean, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I'm glad that I'm a part of this as the only, male in the group tonight. But it's all good. So this is what I want to say. I want to tell people this. Don't be afraid. I mean, don't wait on a circumstance, or don't wait on circumstances to start working out and start eating good. Don't wait. Don't allow somebody else to tell you that you need to. I mean, sometimes we do need that extra push. Sometimes we say we can't work out because we need motivation. Don't focus on motivation, because there's one thing that you need to focus on, and it's discipline. Because you could have a truckload of motivation. If you don't have discipline, you're not going to carry it through. They said motivation get you started, and this discipline gets you going, get you going. That's just how it is. You have to have focus on the discipline, to just keep going. Another thing, ladies, especially to lift. If you have the
You
facility to
cut out.
work out
You cut
with
out
heavy
for a
weights,
minute.
don't be.
Sorry, you cut out for a minute.
I
If you
did.
could just please repeat.
I
Yes.
did. Oh,
Go
you hear me
ahead.
now? Are you hear
Yes.
me now?
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying, don't. Okay. Don't be afraid to push yourself to the limits. If you have the equipment or you have the facility to go heavy, go as heavy as you can. You will be happy when the older you get, you will realize how important that is to build real strong muscles and joints. All right. Another thing, stay off of Instagram. Don't follow those little young girls on Instagram you see doing all kind of tricks and doing, contorting their bodies in some weird ways just to, it's a show. Don't get off of Instagram, get off the scale and minimize the mirror. Just do and make it a lifestyle, and you will enjoy the benefits of your labor. You know what I mean? Just work out as hard as you can. I remember when I first started working out, when I first got my certification, this lady straight up came to me in October telling me that she wanted to, look a certain way by Thanksgiving because her family was coming over. And I said, that's when I realized I was very blunt. I said, it's not going to happen. And she said, what do you mean it's not? I said, we could do as much as we can in 2 months, but you're not going to get the body that you need by Thanksgiving. And, from that day, I just realized that I'm just going to tell you the truth. If you hit me up and you say, listen, I want this advice, just know that you are going to get the full truth and nothing but the truth. And if I don't know, I'm going to say I don't know, or I'm going to find out and let you know, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. So just remember that. You could find me, or you could reach me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at upfull_u_fitness. And like I said, the website is coming out in shortly. And you could just whatever. If you, I give a lot of free advice anyway. So if you have a question, I'm not gonna say you gotta sign up for this to get a. Just hit me up, inbox me or whatever, email me, and we could get it answered. All right.
Dwayne,
But
put your shirts out there as
yeah.
well. I mean, I know they can get your shirts to exercise in probably, or just to strut. You want to talk about your shirts?
What's your, my t-shirt. Well, yes. So also have a t-shirt line called Jason Decker. Um, it's really a little. It's on the same path as the fitness business, but it's called Jason Decker, which Jason Decker are the middle names of my two younger children. Um, and I sell positive, uplifting, motivating t-shirts. All right. So you could go on Jason Decker or Jace Decker, JACEDEKA.com, and you can just check out a few goodies. In the next few months, I'm gonna have some new stuff coming out, so you could check that out. And see if you see anything that catches your eye, and let me know. But thank you so much again, ladies, and it was a pleasure meeting all of you all, and it was a pleasure having that little workout. Now I'm hungry. Now I need to go eat because I already worked out my lunch.
Yes, and just so guys remember, don't exercise just before bed. That's just a little tip of advice. At least 2 hours before you go to sleep, and before you eat. Also, give yourself some space before you uh in relations to eat and exercise. Don't just eat and then go exercise, or don't just go exercise and then go eating. I mean, you can, like Dwayne, if you are, but just know what you're doing, guys. So that's just my little tip of advice. Thank you so much, Sigourney and Dwayne, for that exercise that had me working out. Yes, I was working out. What says you guys? I mean, Sean, I know you're fit, but didn't you feel that, guys? Debbie, Talisa, didn't you all feel that? Audience,
I felt all that, all of it.
yeah. So Sigourney, I sent you a message. Did you get it?
You did?
Yeah.
No,
I chat on the Zoom chat.
I'm not seeing it.
All right. So what I was asking, Everybody probably want to ask why I don't do it, but we normally give our guests a chance as well. We normally end our show with a prayer. So before we get into that, guys, to you, our strong supporters, I mean, all our supporters who support ladies, uplifting and inspiring, we just want to say thank you. Thank you once again for, each week supporting us, tuning in, and I'm sure you're learning as well. So, like I always say, go over onto Facebook and it's ladies colon uplifting and the sign inspiring. You can leave us a review there as well to let us know, give us a feedback what we're doing, if we're doing something that makes sense, if we're doing something that's really uplifting you. Go over there, like our page, share our page. We also have a YouTube, same thing, ladies uplifting and inspiring. And if you can go over to our Instagram page, which that's just like promotion for each week's happening, guys. So go to our ladies uplifting and inspiring page. You'll see the picture with five ladies. You can't miss us. As you know, I'm the host, Cleopatra. I just want to say shout out to Angela, who is behind the scenes. She makes it happen every week. Vanille, enjoy your vacation. Sister Everil, I'm not sure if you're probably home resting your legs, but we need to just shout you all out. Thank you for, making this happen weekly. And we thank you, our guests, as well, for all those who are on here tonight and those who have been on our previous shows as well. We just want to say thank you, just taking this opportunity tonight. So again, viewers, there you have it. So Sojourner, you want to close us off in prayer, please?
Absolutely, I will. Let us bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, as we're about to close the session, I just want to say thank you, Lord God. Thank you for bringing us together in order to deliver this dynamic session, Father God. It is only through you this could have happened. It is only through you could have led Cleo to have spoken to each of us to deliver our knowledge and our thoughts on health and fitness, Lord God. I pray, Lord God, that each person who have tuned in this evening would have learned something that they can impart in their lives, Father God, which will make an impact on their lives, Lord God. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your mercies. And I pray that Cleo and our team will continue to impact lives every single day. And I pray that this is just a start of what is to come, Lord God, because you, Lord God, knows, Lord God, the heart and the desire of her, Lord, and what it is that she intends to do, Father God. And once it is in your will, Lord God, we believe that it will work out, Lord God. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen, guys. So once again, it's SKK Irish Mosh, Instagram. Nick's Smoothie, that's NIKS, and I'm sure Angela already dropped that in the contents, but again,
It's SKK CMOS.
Okay, sorry. So go ahead, guys. I'm giving you the last time to shout out your business. Let everybody know. If you have to spell it so they can just run over, log on to your
It's in the chat. It's ITSSKK CMOS.
Awesome. So Sean, I remember you have the link that actually Debbie provided for the contents, and
yes.
Spread your wings, Anna. Spread your wings. Blessings of a flow like a river. All right. Debbie, you want to shout out your business one more time?
At the veg table _11 or at Nick's Smoothies on Instagram, same on Facebook. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Always after 3 now, but thank you. It was worth it. Thank you.
You are welcome. And Dwayne, one more time.
Yes, Upful U, that's Upful_U_fitness on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Also, I also have a business page, but it's not fitness related. But since we're on the topic of business, it's on Instagram at everything by Tal. Tal is TAL.
Repeat, Talisa, because you went out. Sorry, say that one more time.
I also have a business page on Instagram, although it's not fitness related. We do sell hair accessories, and we will be launching soon. We will also be selling a wider variety of items, but for now it will solely be hair accessories and self-filming lights. But we only deliver island-wide, which is in Jamaica. The Instagram name is at everything by Tal. CAL. I'm just putting that out there. I would really appreciate it if you guys went and support it.
Okay, so it's Everything by Tal, and it's all in one on Instagram. Everything by Tal, and that's T like tomorrow, A like alpha, L like love. Instagram, go check out my daughter's page, support her, support Black business, Black Lives Matter, every lives matter, but we all know how that goes. So Gurney, last but not least, one more time for the
So
audience.
it's Body by Hastings, body underscore by underscore Hastings. Hastings is Hastings. You'll find us on Instagram and you'll find us on Facebook.
Boom, there you have it. I told you. So stay tuned, guys. Next week, we're coming to you live again from somewhere, but we'll be there. Your concern concerns us. Together, we'll conquer. Ladies, uplifting and inspiring. Have a great night, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bye.